All right, guys, we're back with the Subi, and today we're gonna be fixing the issues that we had on the dyno. We figured out the cam facers for the exhaust side were walking. What that means is like they're not staying the same when you're ripping the car. They're not staying the same, like in the same opening where they're supposed to be. And that's a big problem because then, the timing is going to be way off. You're not going to make power. And then, all right, so then, if you can't make power, then the car's not tuned correctly, and then it's useless. So today, we have a whole bunch of parts here, and I'm going to be reviewing them right now. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so we have special tools here for the cam facers themselves. We have a holding tool so that we can do the timing correctly on the car. And we have both driver's side and passenger side exhaust cam facers. And we also have the oil actuators, and we got some gaskets too. We got four O-ring gaskets, seals, whatever you guys want to call it. And we're gonna be installing this stuff today on the Subaru. So let's get right to it. We have to remove the cooling system so that we can get that crank pulley out and get to the timing. So with that being said, let's get it. All right, guys, so as you can see, we removed that cover that was here so we can access these two bolts here that are holding the radiator. And we also removed the cover that was covering the alternator and the AC compressor and the power steering pump. Next, we're gonna be draining the fluid out of the car, so that the coolant fluid, so that we can take out the radiator without making a mess. So let's get that done real quick. Now we're draining the fluid, and once that is done, we got to unhook the fans from this connector here, and this another connector up here. Those two got to be unplugged so that you can remove the actual radiator out of the way and the fans. And also we got to disconnect these hoses too. This big hose here, lower hose, it's called the lower radiator hose, and then the upper one as well. So let's get it. All right, so we drained the coolant. I put a cap on here so it doesn't keep leaking on me, and I removed the hose from there to there so it doesn't get in our way. Plus it was a little dirty, so I gotta clean it up and maybe replace it, because it looked like it had better days, but we will see. It's still all right. We can still reuse it, clean it up. But I'm gonna put a cap on there as well. I have some caps here that we can use on there, and just cap it like that so we don't leak coolant as well. Always do a clean job and make sure you keep your surroundings clean, because you don't want to slip and fall. Let's get it. Let's keep going. Let's lower this car and remove the radiator. Sheesh. All right, so we got that radiator out, and Now we can access everything. The timing belt, it's right in this, where this plastic cover goes along right here. And we're gonna have to take off the belt for the alternator and the belt for the AC compressor, and then remove that crank pulley. Hopefully it comes out. We have enough room. Should have enough room. So let's get it. Let's remove these belts and that crank pulley so that we can access the timing belt. Let's get it. All right, guys, unfortunately, I can't get to that bolt without removing the condenser. So I am gonna have to remove the front bumper, and I am gonna have to take out the Freon in the system and recharge it later on when we're done this install. So with that being said, let's get this bumper off. Let's get it. All right, guys, bumper's removed. And now we can access, oh look, there's a bolt back there. Oh, that was for the bumper thing. Oh. Huh, that's weird. It was for this bolt here. I guess it's just for show. I guess because of the intercooler. It's missing the other piece. I guess so. But now we can access these bolts here so that we can take that condenser out. We also got to take out the bolt here. I already evacuated the system, so we're good with that. Now we can remove those, like I said, those bolts. But yeah, let's get it, guys. Let's keep going. All right, so I had to take the intercooler off because I can't get to this line. And now we can. Easy access now. And the other one. So, that being said, let's get this thing off and keep moving along. Let's get it. Alright guys, so we got that condenser out, and now we can access that bolt there and zip it out so that we can get to the timing. This job is very time consuming and very detailed, so be careful with everything. Lines, make sure you do everything right so that you don't mess anything up. I always put back the bolts where I found them. I forgot that one. And then I'm gonna cap those holes so we don't have no issues later on. So with that being said, let's keep going. Let's take that crank pulley out and get that timing cover off. Let's get it.
Switch it.
Alright guys, so I got the timing cover off, and now we access the timing belt on this Subaru, and that's how it looks. Now we gotta set it to top dead center and start working on what we gotta get done here. I gotta remove this cam because I have to get to this. There's a filter back here and this line here, and I have to get to that, and also to the top one here. There should be little filters on there, and I think there's one back here. Yep, right here, this one, and it goes down to the turbo. I think we'll figure it out. Let's get it. All right guys, so I timed the car here, this line here, and it goes to this dot here. There's a little indent right here. It goes to that. Then this bottom one here goes to an indent that's down here. It's like a little right here where my finger is. And then over here, just to make sure that you're on time, there's two little arrows here on each sprocket and each timing gear, and then you just line them up right in the middle, and that'll be top dead center on that side. And this side, same thing. There's two lines there, and then one on the top one, and then over here, same thing. There's an indent right there. Line it up, and on this side, right there, right there. So we're all in time. Now we're gonna be taking off the tensioner, which I have a pin on there already, so that I don't have to press it back in. We can reuse that one, since this stuff doesn't even have 10,000 miles on it. So we're gonna reuse that timing belt and everything, so everything's good. So now I'm gonna be removing these cover bolts on these cams, and they have a bolt in each one, so we're gonna have to take those out before I mess with any of the timing belt, taking it off. So let's get it.
Switch it up.
All right guys, so we got the covers off the facers, and they leak a little bit of oil, so make sure you put a bucket underneath so you don't make a mess like I almost did. Luckily I had a piece of cardboard, and it leaked on there. But yeah, now we are trying to figure out how to take these off, because the tool doesn't seem like it fits on this one. It only fits on this one, the tools we got from Amazon. So none of this one doesn't fit on either cam gear. But this one does fit on the intake sides. So we gotta figure that out, because we gotta torque them down. Let's get it. All right guys, so I got the timing belt off, and first thing you gotta take off is the tensioner, and then the belt. These, when you take them off, they move, so that's how they are. That's why there's tool here, and you put it back together. This tool right here will keep them in place, so that you don't have no trouble trying to mess with them. But I loosened up the bolts before I removed the belt, so we should be good to take them off. And now I'm just gonna remove those cam gears and and then get to this bolt back here, so to see if that there's a little filter in there in those bolts. I forgot what they're called, banjo bolts or something like that. But we're gonna take these off real quick and then take that cover behind it and check it out. Let's get it. All right, guys, those cam gears are out, and now time to remove that cover and check that bolt. Let's get it. All right, guys, so I got that bolt out from there and from up here, and it's this line here. And the top bolt doesn't have anything in it. It just goes right through it. The second one, the one that was in the side there, has a small filter in there. So I'm gonna take that apart right now and show you guys what it looks like. Let's get it. All right, so got some rags. Get this out the way. Get a little pick and slide that thing out. I poked it out already. I poked a little hole in it. But this is the filter that causes mad problems. It gets clogged up sometimes. And this time, I don't think nothing's wrong with it. No, I don't see anything. Any metal or anything, but they recommend to take this filter out because, like I said, it gets clogged up sometimes. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this out so it can flow better. So let's get it. All right, guys, today we're continuing to install the cam facers. First, we're gonna be installing this pipe back on there, and we'll remove the filter on here so that we can get more flow through the system, through all of that. It's suggested to remove that filter because when you're pushing more horsepower than stock, so that you don't mess anything up or you don't starve any of the system. So we got new crush washers and we got both the bolts. Now let's get right into it and put that pipe back on. Let's get it. All right, that pipe is secured. This pipe, the bolts go to 29 millimeters, the tightening of them. So they go at 29 millimeters, and then I installed the cover back here with these 3 bolts to hold it. So now I'm gonna clean up all this excess oil and debris that's on here, and then we're going to install the cam gears on there. So with that being said, let's get it. All right, before I do anything else, I'm also gonna clean this pipe here so that I don't get I have more room here before I put all the covers back on. So we're gonna clean that up and make that thing brand new again. This one looks pretty good, but we're still gonna clean it once we remove all the other stuff when we do the rest of the work on this car. So with that being said, let's clean that pipe up. All right, that pipe is clean all around. Now let's keep moving forward and get these things put in here. Let's get it. All right, so I cleaned up all the mess that was on there, and now I'm removing these things too, so that I removed that one already, so that we can get rid of that rust and paint them nicely for the guy so they don't keep rusting on him. And we're also gonna take that off and spray it down with some paint as well. So let's get it, let's keep going. All right, so this is the old cam facer. So you can see the part number there. It's 3323AA001 exhaust, left hand side, and same thing here, 13323AA01 EXLH. So Comes with a new seal here. And now we're gonna be installing this thing. And it has to go one certain way on this. So the bigger between those two, bigger hole between those two, the shiny one goes onto there. So let's get it. All right, guys, both gears are on. These bolts go to 70 foot-pounds. And now I'm gonna do this side as well. Get this one done. I already took it out. It's right here. And then we got the new one right over here. So that being said, let's put this one on now. Let's get it. All right, we got that the cam facer back on there, tight to 70 foot-pounds on both sides. And in order to tighten those, you need two special tools. This is for the exhaust side. Torque Solution sells it. And then I got this one off of Amazon. And it came with the kit. So it came with this one. This is for the non-VVTI. So like that don't have that pressure solenoid that controls the oil. So with that being said, let's keep going. Let's put this timing belt back on and keep it moving. Let's get it. All right, guys, in order to put this timing belt, you got to hold this in place because these things move. These ones don't move. This ones stay wherever you put them, but this ones, you got to use this special tool to get them lined up. So you can see we're on there. We're lined up in there as well. Gotta line those lines up, and then through here we can see. Yeah, we can't see, but there's a another thing there where it should be lined up to. Now I gotta line this one's back up. I haven't lined this one's yet, but this ones are pretty easy. So you pretty much lined the one there, and then down here it's right there. So we're on the spot, and then here as well. Let's get it. All right, guys, so we're in time. You can see right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, and right there. And also double check right there and right there. That means we're in line. I already spin it. I took out the pin from the tensioner here. Torqued all of these bolts for the pulleys, idler pulleys, and tensioner over here at 29 foot-pounds. And we're ready to go. So we are in time. Now we can put the timing cover back on and the rest of the stuff. Let's get it. All right, guys, I got the new super damper from ATI. I installed it. Everything's torqued down. Put the belts on. Everything fits really, really good. I took this whole piece up front because I was trying to get a tool to tighten that up. I got it. And these, I just snugged them really, not too tight because they're really small bolts. So you just want to snug them. They're like, I think they're like 6 or 7 millimeters. Really not that tight. All of them. So they're the covers. If not, then you'll start leaking oil. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to start this thing up, make sure there's no codes. I lined everything up, so I just want to make sure it starts and there's no issues with it. So let's get it. All right, moment of truth. Start it right up. No codes. Running good. Let's get it. All right, so we're all bolted up over here. I cleaned up that cover really nicely. And now we can start with the next thing. So stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna be installing a fuel pump hanger from, what's that company called? Radium, fuel pump hanger. And we're gonna put an upgraded 450 Wellbro fuel pump on this thing so that we can shred a little more. So stay tuned with that for that video, and until next time, let's get it. All right, just painted these real nicely, looking good so they don't rust anymore. I took off all the rust and just put some rust preventative paint. This stuff is good. Now we're gonna do the front bar where the intercooler goes. We're gonna touch up some of these areas here to get it prepped to install the parts back on there. And we're gonna also touch this up too, just where the rust is. And we're gonna do this front bar too right here. This is for the bumper, so save all these parts. Let's get it. All right, guys, so it's all painted nicely. No more rust. Looking good. I did, this came out nicely. And this one came out like new. Did the front metal part as well, underneath and all. And then I do the intercooler bracket here. Looking fresh. Oh yeah. Let's get it. Detail work.